Hello everyone, welcome back to Tribevest. Today, we're doing our first interview of a two-person tribe, Bob and Greg. These air traffic controllers are gonna tell you how their tribe, RFA, is ready for takeoff. All of that and more on today's episode. Starting with you, Greg, can you kind of tell me who you are and who Robert is to you and how you guys met and how you got on your investment journey?
We got kind of talking and it just evolved eventually into different stuff. So we started with like whole life insurance. We're looking into multifamily, single family and whatnot. So I eventually went down the route where I started a land flipping business. And so I do that currently. And then with Bob, we've always just been looking at other investments to do on the side. So we eventually came to investing in a multifamily syndication that someone put together. And so it's a 208 unit outside of Atlanta area.
So tell me this, for the viewers that are not familiar about land flipping, can you elaborate on that a little bit?
We find these really remote places that are about 2 hours, 3 hours outside of major city. And you mail unsolicited offers to these people. So you go to the county websites, pull their information. And you're like, hey, so-and-so. So I'd be like, hey, you have a 2-acre parcel in northern Arizona. I'm going to offer you $3,000 for it. Let me know if you're willing to sell it. So I'll get responses back, some good, some bad. And so the good ones, they're like, yeah, I'd love to sell the property. I go through and do the due diligence. So pull the title, taxes, liens, etc., see what's there. And then we self-close. And then I turn around and try to market it. So mostly on owner financing terms. So something like $99 down, $100 a month.
Can you tell me how being a part of Tribevest has made your investments run a little bit smoother?
We really just did it to try to streamline the process of getting invested in a syndication so we wouldn't have to do all the paperwork for business filings and things like that ourselves. So honestly, Tribevest was pretty miraculous in getting us funded to the syndication.
How many members and what's the name of your tribe?
Right now it's just Greg and I, and our tribe name is RFA Investments.
What's that, RFA?
Yeah, RFA Investments.
What's that stand for?
You really want to know?
Maybe not. I don't know.
No, based on how Greg operates, it stands for Ready, Fire, Aim Investments. A lot of times
I love
we
it.
kind of look at things and maybe look or leap before we look, but basically just kind of how we approach things. We do our due diligence on everything.
Greg, what could you say to people who are kind of on the fence about starting a tribe? Maybe they're in that same 6-month process that you guys were in, kind of analyzing, seeing if it was the right move to make.
I think one thing that's really cool about Tribevest is there's no minimum, so you just have to meet like what your overall goal of investing is. So for example, some of the syndications have like a minimum $50,000 that you have to put forward. Well, an individual may not want to put the whole 50 grand together, so you could get 10 people that put $5,000 together. And that's where this Tribevest really comes into play, in my opinion, is it organizes all the paperwork. It's one account where all the money goes in for what you receive on dividends or the net payout or whatever, and then it will distribute to each member that way automatically.
I think for the most part, for me anyway, it's organization. So Greg has a newborn at home and we're trying to kind of balance all these things together. So we're really using Tribevest as a platform to try to get everything organized so we didn't really have to do it ourselves. And then everything's kind of all in one portal that we both have access to. And it's just easier to kind of see everything in there and get all the documents done without having to do a whole lot of extra work besides just going through Tribevest. So I think that's one of the main reasons that we went with the platform.
Bob, Greg, thank you so much. It's been a great time meeting you, and I've learned so much with this short time we spent together.
Thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys for the time. We appreciate it for sure.
Huge thank you to Bob and Greg. That was a great interview. And if you want to learn more about starting your own tribe, just go to tribevest.com. Until next time, I'll see you next tribe.